40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, two NFC clubs going head-to-head as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And when you watch him play, all you think about is how dynamic he is. He can beat you with his arm and his legs. Threw for over 20 touchdowns for the first time since 2021. Fully healed from a knee injury a couple of seasons ago. He's got his team thinking big in 2025.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And this is 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returning it is Moore. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
A tough time a season ago, his team missed the playoffs for the first time in his career. But he does remain one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league. He's completed over 67% of his passes for his career. We know he's efficient. Now he wants to be spectacular and get his team back to the big game.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And despite a nice juke there, a really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Flushed out right. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On fourth down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. Greg Dortch back deep. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Cards will take over first and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Murray now to throw. That's complete to Michael Wilson. That'll give him 8 that time. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Murray going to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
At the 49ers' 47-yard line.
Murray again. This is Connor. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Murray now. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Fights loose. They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down.
Now here comes Dortch on the return.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start the drive with a give to Connor.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Next, the receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It's a gain of 35. And a Cardinal first down.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Looking to throw.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So on fourth down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal.
A 52-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get it across midfield and down to the Cardinal territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down at a yard.
McCaffrey on the counter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Here's Purdy.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
On the return, Dortch. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Nick Bosa. What a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
Connor up the middle. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That pass completed to Dortch.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Arizona's offense back out and ready to go.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw, it's Murray.
Got his man, it's Dortch.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Throwing now is Murray. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Down Cardinals.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. There's a short one caught by Ryman. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They run behind center. Now the ball comes loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. To throw is Murray. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
First down, Arizona.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
At the 21-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the Cardinals first down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray taking it in from the 20. And the Cardinals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Purdy off the play fake.
And his throw here is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Purdy now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now Purdy.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Called out a punt of 38 yards officially.
The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 70-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
First down, Cardinals.
Here's a handoff to Connor. Breaks a tackle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
13 yards. First down, Arizona.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Michael Williams
In there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Got the connection here to Bourne. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy from the gun. That is caught. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the 49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard
Kind of a dangerous
line.
throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Throwing here, Purdy.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 7-yard
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
The tight end in motion right. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
They'll run for the 1st time here with Brian Robinson.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start the drive with Connor. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And a Cardinal 1st down.
Their entire offense has been centered on him, and he's been carrying the load with ease. 100 yards rushing in a game for a quarterback is rare. In a single half, darn near a masterpiece.
On play action, it's Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. From the gun, a give to Connor. Pushes past him. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Murray off play action. He completes it to Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
On the counter, it's Connor. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zay Jones, 33 yards. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Now Ryland for the PAT.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Purdy.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Calais Campbell. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here's Purdy.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Shifts by him. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They start with a give to Conner. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
They'll fake it to Conner. Now Murray.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Their partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is Jennings. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level. And now you've got a big play scoring the football.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw.
Completes it to Jennings. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They've gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
This 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Purdy. That's Bourne, got it on the slant. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
And they'll try to run the option here.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Brock Purdy
Keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
and the Niners have got it back to within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Eddy Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The football going back over to Arizona now. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Shotgun now from Murray. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Nick Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
And down he goes again. A bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
A gain of 7, but it's 4th down.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
Formation for the Cardinals.
Here's Moore on the return. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and 3. Now Purdy. Finding Bourne here over the middle. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
5-yard gain on the play. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They go play action here. Purdy. Pass complete once again to Bourne. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell.
Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
A final shot before half from Murray.
A short one here, caught by McBride. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at the play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
A loss of 2.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Play action. Now Purdy.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Throwing here, Purdy.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Able to avoid him at the 40.
73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Dancing away at the 35. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
But while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Oh, he sheds himself free. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
27 yards for Christian McCaffrey. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game.
So that drive 7 plays in length. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will start with Connor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
13 yards. 1st down, Arizona.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Murray again. This is Connor. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, it's Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
To throw is Murray. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
19 yards. First down, Arizona.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Jordan Elliott, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
The first and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of it.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Murray now. Got his man. It's Dortch. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now third down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey Benson from 6 yards away. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Ryland on for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
Purdy. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line.
The Cardinals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Goes right back to McBride.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And the coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Out of the gun, here's Murray. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
A gain of 18 on the play. And a Cardinal 1st down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up,
try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Connor up the middle. And a short gain here down to the 22. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Throwing now is Murray. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
The 6-yard line.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
They'll run here with Connor. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
And Murray's going to keep this.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown.
Zay Jones.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Now Ryland for the PAT.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Niners offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This is McCaffrey on the give.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 126 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Purdy now to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he has now gotten into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. That time, a 9-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. From the gun, Murray.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Murray. He completes it to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Murray now to throw. We'll find Jones again, complete.
Complete to Zay Jones. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 50-yard line.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Cardinals.
They run behind center with Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, it's Murray.
That's complete to McBride.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Michael Williams
Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is born. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
165 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Purdy looking to throw. He'll find Farrell open left side.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way out to midfield.
15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually, but first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 7. Back to throw, Purdy.
That's caught out right by Jennings.
Now, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
It's called a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Now Purdy. That's complete to his tight end, Farrell.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, they knew who to turn to on fourth down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise, because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
They'll start the drive with a give to Connor.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
14. And a Cardinal first down.
And what a tough spot for this defense, because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Here's Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returning it is Moore. So there goes a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Got the connection here to Bourne. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Purdy on a sneak. And he is going to have a Niners first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
inside McCaffrey. Gets around him. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now 2nd and 5.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end, any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was, because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stopped that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
McCaffrey is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right.
Again, McCaffrey, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Here we go. Check the call.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Juwan Jennings from 6 yards away. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
Shreds it with his stiff arm.
And he returns this to the 22. The visitors' offense and their veteran running back James Conner ready for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back. Michael Williams able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
I think we're both starting to run out of adjectives because this pressure has been relentless all game, but none of the prior sacks might be as impressive as the one we just saw.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Murray now.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Got his man. It's Dortch.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Give him the completion, no gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block.
Purdy from the gun.
This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This is 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Purdy to throw. That's complete to Pearsall.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
It's now 4th down and 1.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro.
This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. A nice little juke.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 31-28. A minute 45 to play. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Now Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Murray.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Murray to throw.
He'll get this to Connor underneath.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
Here comes 2nd down.
To throw is Murray.
This is taken in by McBride.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw.
And this will be swung out here for Connor.
Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock.
And it brings up 3rd
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is third down.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
A gain of 15 yards. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's 1st down. To throw is Purdy.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
On for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.